afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is Miss Brianne, and welcome back to Book Talk Wednesdays with Miss Brianne. And this is the series where I provide brief book talks on all the different graphic novels and easy readers that we here have to offer at the West Hampton Free Library. Now, today's session features book talks on two graphic novels designed for older readers. And the first one is based on a very popular spooky horror creepy series. And does anybody know what that is? Who could think of a horror creepy spooky series for children? Well, if you said Goosebumps, you are right. And we have graphic novel adaptations of 3 different stories. Now, the author and creator of the Goosebumps series is R.L. Stine. And this book has 3 tales. The Werewolf of Fever Swamp, which is adapted and illustrated by Gabriel Hernandez. The second one, The Scarecrow Walks at Midnight, adapted and illustrated by Greg Ruth. And then finally, The Abominable Snowman of Pasadena, which is adapted and illustrated by Scott Morse. And then the publisher is Graphics, which is an imprint of Scholastic Inc. Alright. And then we have a cute little tale about finding yourself, finding your friends, finding where you belong in a cute little book called Allergic. The author is Megan Wagner Lloyd. The illustrator is Michelle Mee Nutter. And the publisher is Graphics, which is an imprint of Scholastic Inc. Alright. So, in the first series of R.L. Stine's Goosebumps, which is called Creepy Creatures, because the 3 stories presented in this book all involve creepy creatures. And these are 3 different graphic novel stories based on the novels in the series. Now, the illustrations are very different depending on the illustrator who's done this, but all very good. And even though it's not in color, they're still fun to look through. And the illustrations go anywhere from realistic to cartoony. But in any event, each of these illustrations make the stories come alive. And next we have Allergic. Now, Allergic is about the oldest child of the family, Maggie, who is soon to turn 10 years old. But even though she's the oldest, she feels kind of left out in her family. She has twin brothers, but all they really seem to care about is each other, and they prefer to hang out with each other. So they have each other. And then her parents, who are expecting a brand new baby sibling, and they're very wrapped up in that. So because of all this, Maggie doesn't feel like she fits in anywhere with her family. And all she's ever dreamed about is getting a dog of her very own. Which looks like it's about to happen on her 10th birthday. However, a trip to the pet store ends in disaster for Maggie as she breaks out into severe hives. And with all the doctors and testing, it's determined that she's allergic to anything with fur. Not one to give up on owning a pet, Maggie does her very best to try and find a pet that she's not allergic to and that she can still have fun with. However, as the school year progresses on and Maggie starts to make friends, she comes to realize that she doesn't need a pet in order to be someone special. Now, these two books are very great. like I said, this features 3 different stories that are based on the stories in the Goosebumps series. The illustrations are completely different based on the artist, but they each fit in with the story in their own way. Very quick reads, very great introduction for those older kids who want to read the Goosebumps series but are not quite comfortable getting there yet. So this may be a perfect transition to those Goosebump books. And Allergic, anybody who has allergies to pets will definitely relate to Maggie, as she struggles to cope with never being able to get a dog or any other kind of pet with fur. And whoever, boys and girls who are allergic to pets or anything with fur will definitely relate to Maggie and the struggles she goes through. Illustrations are very, very colorful and not too much detail, and the story flows very smoothly. In any event, I give both these series 5 out of 5 stars. I recommend them to older readers. For Goosebumps, I recommend to those older readers who are very interested in the spooky stories, but don't feel quite comfortable reading the actual novels yet. This makes a great transition. And I especially recommend Allergic to anybody who is allergic to pets and is looking for a character that they can relate to. And this is Miss Brianne. Thank you so much for joining me today. I will see you soon.